Hello and welcome back to the Stonetalon Mountains. We're still at Sunrock Retreat, and we've got a bunch of quests to pick up. Or, well, not all of them. We'll see here. So this one's actually just a breadcrumb quest. The Horde does well keeping our troops fresh. Since the Great War, we have been prosperous here in Kalimdor. I need you to do me a favor. I have a lad by the name of Grish Longrunner protecting the Great Lift in the Southern Barrens. Give him this letter. This letter will let him know that I have a reserve warrior coming to relieve him of duty so that he can visit his family. He requested this some time ago, and he would be happy to hear the news.
We shall meet again.
So that's on the border of the Barrens and Thousand Needles. We have not been there yet. Thousand Needles is here. There's a lift. It's interesting that the guy manning those lifts, his commanding officer is way up here.
What
That's kind of odd.
brings you here?
Excuse me. One more quest with this guy. Torrentig Pride is the protector of these lands. Undoubtedly, you can guess why I'm alarmed with the number of harpies that dwell here in Stonetalon. The Blood Furies are the source of the increasing number of harpies in Kalimdor. They encroach upon all acts of life, preventing the innocent from leaving their boundaries. I need you to cull the harpies.
Go.
So we're still dealing with harpy problems. In quite a few zones now.
You wish to speak?
Industrial greed and continuous war have wrecked the lands of Stonetalon. Only the blessings of the Earth Mother can cure such injury. I will require you to seek a special seed, the Gaia seed? Gaia seed? I don't know how to pronounce that. They are only found here in Stonetalon Mountain, north of Sunrock Retreat at Merkfallen Lake, near the water's edge. Once you bring me the seeds, I will imbue them with shamanistic power to speed their growth.
May the eternal sun shine upon them.
Apparently I don't have that shamanistic power yet. So I think this quest we're not going to do. Yeah, this one wants us to go up to that northern tip. And we're not going to go do the quest where the troll wanted us to gather a bunch of ingredients. It's in the same place. So we will not be doing that one either. But it's interesting that that was another elf. There's not a lot of elves in the game. Elves, or at least high elves / blood elves. There's a lot of night elves, obviously, but it's pretty rare to run into one of them. So here we've got a water elemental, who's awesome. Sunaman. The Tribunal of the Tides have sent me to wage war on the fire elementals here in Stonetalon Mountain. Neptulon, the Tide Hunter, lord of all water elementals, has taken a personal interest in seeing our fiery cousins extinguished. You can help me gain favor with the Tribunal by destroying the fire elementals in Charred Vale. When destroyed, the fire elementals leave Incendrites. Return those to me and be rewarded. So he's kind of funny to watch. He comes up to this campfire here, and he punches at it. But he doesn't put it out. He failed. Genu Sencre is in need of aid. He's at the Zoramgar outpost in Ashenvale. The Night Elf Forest is to the north of the Stonetalon Mountains. You can reach it by traveling through Windshear Crag or by heading north through Barrens. Zoram Strand is far to the west of the forest. Be careful. There are forces there that will not take to your presence kindly. So that is actually a breadcrumb quest leading up to a dungeon that we'll do eventually. Black Fathom Deeps. We still have these quests for Shadowfang Keep. That will be the next one that we do. Probably in not too long. I usually like to do SFK around 25, and I mean, we're already 24. Wailing Caverns took us quite a while, so we're getting close to the next one already. I think we'll do SFK around 25, and then BFD maybe more like 27, 26, 27. They're not too far apart in terms of levels anyway. So yeah, we're not too far from a couple more dungeons. That's also part of the reason why I'm skipping a bunch of quests now. Is we are quite a ways ahead. I'm also thinking I want to skip the spider ones now. Might even skip the goblin ones now. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to do that, actually. We're not going to do anything in the Windshear Crag. No, this isn't going to work out, is it? Yep, so let's abandon this one, and the spider ones, and the goblin ones. Oh, there's another one. We're gonna go collect our seeds first. So there's an area, one of the people mentioned it, who was it? The Charred Vale. So that's a region, this southwestern region. There are quite a few quests to do in there at the same time, and we will be doing those. So this one is a lead-in to one of those, so we're going to do this one first. I'm looking on the ground for these little seeds. They kind of look like acorns, honestly. Here's one. Oh, can't collect these in wolf form, apparently. If I wanted to make this easier on myself, I could turn down the ground clutter in the graphics settings to get rid of all this grass. But I like the look of it. It looks nicer, less, I don't know, less dead or barren or whatever. The original game in vanilla did not have all this ground clutter, this grass, so I kind of like it. You know what, actually, why don't we, what is it, system, ground clutter. Yeah, now look at it. Pretty ugly. This is what it looked like back then. Oops. I definitely prefer it this way. Even if I might miss a couple. And there's a fire elemental. We can actually kill him while we're here. Can't use my searing totem. I actually think that the Incendiarites are a 100% drop rate, so that's pretty nice. There's not too many of them, actually. I mean, there's hardly any here, and in fact, I was surprised to see that one just now. There are some in the Charred Vale, but not a lot. Thought I saw an herb here. Uh-oh. Six-legged things here, basilisks. They're kind of like crocodiles. Kind of not. Oh, here comes another one. We'll see if I can get it this time. Nope. There's a chest over there. Think I can get it without pissing off that wyvern there? Yeah, I don't think he'll see me. He's too busy guarding his nest, I hope. We will find out. Ooh. 4 intellect, 4 spirit chest. Oh wow, that's even better than the one I'm wearing now. I mean, it's cloth, so it's got less armor. But that's gotta be... Do I even have a healing chest right now? I don't think I do. You know what? Let's just equip that. I'll take 2 intellect, 2 spirit over a little bit of armor. That was lucky. Alright, still looking for 4 more acorns. Or seeds, rather. Trying to dodge all this aggro. It looks like we should be finding our 10th pretty much right as we're finishing our loop of the lake here, so that works out. And I'm hoping I didn't just jinx myself and that I'm not going to find a 10th one. There's one. Alright. Yeah, so this one has us kill 28 different harpies. That's a lot. And some of them are a little more difficult to find than the others. It's one of those annoying things where I think some of them share spawns with the others, but they're less likely. Therefore, due to not only the spawn rate, but other players wanting to find the rarer ones, you're probably not going to find hardly any. So you kind of just gotta kill a bunch of them and hope that the rarer ones spawn. It tends to be how it is back in vanilla quests, which is kind of annoying. You'd think they would have done something about that, but That's alright. You're stuck on a tree there, buddy. That's what happens when you put it on auto run and then alt tab and go do something else. Browse the internet or something. Or get up from your computer. You come back and you're stuck against a tree or a rock or something.
How may I aid?
Alright, shaman. Who's better shaman than me, supposedly. Oh yeah, I didn't look at the...
Walk with you.
that cloth thing I put on just looks like a plain old green shirt. Nice.
Winds guide me.
The continuous destruction caused by war and those that seek a profit from lumber pains me deeply. To aid the cycle of rebirth and replenish the lands, I need Gaia seeds. Do you have them, shaman? Ah, you have the Gaia seeds. Watch and see how the blessing of the Earth Mother can cause even these small kernels of life to bloom and flourish. Tamra begins to chant. Let's see, something happen here?
Winds be at your back.
Well, there we go. Got a nice little tree.
I've been expecting.
As you have seen, shaman, though the land is in pain, the cycle of life is a powerful thing. Now we must do our part. Now we must do our part to help it along. I think you're missing a 2 right there. Nice. You must plant these seeds at the center of the destruction, to the west, in the charred vale. Beware, for harpies and angry fire elementals still plague the scarred land. Take these enchanted Gaia seeds and plant them in fertile mounds of soil. The cycle of life must go on.
Ancestors watch over you.
Okay, these are... Oh, these are level 25 level and 26 quests. So, I already abandoned all the lower level ones because I didn't want to do them. So, I apologize for getting everybody's hopes up that we came to a new zone. We literally just did one quest, and now we're going to leave again, so... Sorry about that. We are going to head back to the Barrens quick. You know, well, yeah, that's fine.
Peace.
I'll hang on to these.
Ancestors.
Oops. So we're going to do some quests in the Southern Barrens now. We have pretty much ignored that up to this point. Still have a few in Silverpine. We can probably knock those out before or around the time that we'll do SFK, because that's in Silverpine. And this one, we'll see if anybody in chat or something wants to try this one. Or maybe when we're flying right over the top of it right now. We'll see somebody potentially working on it. What's actually cool is that if someone starts this quest, you don't even actually have to be in the same group with them. When you kill, what's his name, Warlord, whatever, Kromzar, he drops a banner, but it's not like on his body as loot like most things are. It just appears on the ground, and anybody can run up and right click on it and get a piece of his banner. So there could be 50 people in there trying to kill him, and it doesn't matter who actually killed him and got the loot. Everybody can get the banner. So, and it stays for probably a couple of minutes. I don't know how long it stays up for, but I think once I've actually just happened to run by with a character of mine that had that quest, and the banner was just sitting there. Someone had just done it, so I just took a piece and turned it in. Didn't even have to kill anything. So that happens right here. doesn't look like anything's going on. So, too bad.
Stay away.
Actually, one of our quests is right here. I think I mentioned it last episode. It's a quest called Egg Hunt. Hey, I've been sent to the crossroads to watch over the land and take note of its happenings for my masters in Orgrimmar. One object of my studies are the insect-like creatures found to the south in the Field of Giants. We know little of the creatures, so I be making it a point to discover more. They seem to have intelligence to them, more so than any normal animal. Take this digging claw and collect some of the creatures' eggs from their mounds, but be careful. If alerted, they'll attack you.
Spirits be with you.
So we grab that one. That guy had the Harpy Serena Bloodfeather. I think this guy wants us to go to Ashenvale. So we'll be picking that one up probably pretty soon. I would like to go there.
Sug.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize I hadn't picked these quests up yet. Lost in Battle. This one this one is probably the most famous Baron's quest, if not literally the most famous quest in the game in terms of like memes, people quoting it. Lost in Battle. We battled in a small Tauren camp when we were separated. She held 3 of the bristlebacks off by herself, but the odds began to overwhelm us. I led some away, only to see her overwhelmed by newcomers. In my rage, I turned to face my enemies, but they brought me down easily with their vast numbers. I awoke to a Tauren druid tending my wounds. He had come across me on the Gold Road as I fell. Please, shaman, find some sign of my wife.
Go with honor.
Perhaps you know the pain of uncertainty, perhaps not, shaman. But know this, I stand here every day from the sun's rising till its decline, scouring the horizon for more of those monsters. I've killed every pig man I've come across since, but my thirst for their blood is far from quenched. Perhaps instead of heading north to the crossroads, I should have headed to Torajo. You, shaman, you could help me. Kill them. Kill as many as you can. Bring me their tusks, and we will celebrate their deaths together.
Go forth to victory.
That is a pained man, for sure. So finding Mankrik's wife, that guy's name was Mankrik. Mankrik. It's been a meme now for a very, very long time, but basically, he doesn't tell you anything about where she is. He doesn't know. The only thing you can guess is that it's somewhere on Gold Road, which is what we're on. Gold Road is this very long road here. And, yeah, that's pretty much all you know. And it's also probably near some of the bristlebacks, but they're quite all over the place. So, basically, back in the day, you know, we didn't have all of these Wikipedia pages like Wowhead and all these resources that just tell us where all the quests were done. Those didn't exist. So if you struggled to find her, you know, you looked around by yourself, but you had no idea where she was, you would just ask in chat, and you would say, hey, where's Mankrik's wife? And back in the day, when players were new, that was happening constantly. So it became a meme within Baron's chat, which on its own became a meme, asking where Mankrik's wife is. So of course, when Classic started, right when you got to the Barrens, it was just flooded with people asking where Mankrik's wife was, obviously despite knowing that already. And what else was big? Chuck Norris jokes, those were big back 15 years ago. Back in vanilla, there used to be a lot of jokes made with item names, although actually back in vanilla you couldn't actually link items in general chat, so people were bummed to figure out you couldn't do those jokes anymore. I mean, I guess you could, it just wouldn't highlight the item. So anyway, about halfway, I guess maybe a little bit closer to Camp Tarajo than Crossroads, are these couple of small little huts right here. Pretty inconspicuous, but if you notice that little green name down there, it says Beaten Corpse, and it's a female orc. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. The body is that of a female orc warrior. It is clear that she died in battle, probably against a quillboar in the area, even though she has full health. I inspect the body further. Well, the game tells us we found his wife. You turn the body over and see the marks from blades and spells upon the deceased orc. Her armor all but destroyed, her hair matted to her face. Based on Mankrik's description of her, there's no doubt in your mind that this was his wife. He will be upset by the news, but you are sure he should know the truth. So, it's also strange that due to the add-on that I'm using for these, for this quest text, it shows the body talking. So, that's odd. That obviously would not be the case normally with the normal user interface. And you know what? We will complete the other quests first before we go turn that back in. I don't feel like running back there right now just for that, since we're almost all the way there. So we've got Consumed by Hatred, where we just need to collect a bunch of tusks. I know that looks like a lot, 60, but every single kill drops multiple of them. I can't remember exactly how many, but it really doesn't take that long to get 60. You'd think each kill would only drop 2, but I'm pretty sure they actually drop more than that. And in addition to that one, there's actually another quest that we'll pick up here that we can complete at the same time. I think it's from this guy.
Mankrik.
Is this the one that I want? I can't remember. The Razormane Quillboars to the south, beyond the Field of Giants, have no skilled blacksmiths from what I'm told, but they've apparently started to develop sturdier weapons. I'd like to get my hands on a few different types to learn their techniques, if possible. If you wish to help bring honor to the Horde, then bring me examples of their weapons. Find me a dagger from their stalkers, a wand from their seers, and a shield from their war frenzy. That should do nicely.
Go forth to victory.
I think that's the one. I legitimately cannot remember. No more quests over there. And Jorn, I think he wants me to do Ishimuhala.
I've been expecting you.
Oh, forgot about this one. Melor Stonehoof has heard of your deeds and has set a path before you. If you wish to take it, then go to Thunderbluff and speak with Melor. You will find him on Hunter's Rise. Easy enough. I will certainly be in Thunderbluff again. Oh, maybe this is the one I was thinking of. Oh, yep, this was the one I was thinking of. So here's a quillboar in a cage. And his name is, what is it? Mangletooth. You must strike my enemies. You must help Mangletooth and the Razormane by weakening the Bristlebacks. Both tribes are very spiritual, tied to the earth and its power. It gives us strength in all things, especially war. If you want to find out who really causes Thork and the Horde such anguish, then help Mangletooth. You attack the spiritual leaders of the Bristlebacks to the north, weaken them, so the Razormanes can defeat them and rule the Barrens. So he belongs to... yeah, I don't think... I won't be doing that one, at least quite yet. So he belongs to the Razormane tribe, and he wants us to kill the Bristleback tribe. It's interesting that we would oblige, but you know, you do what the game gives you, right? So basically these bristlebacks that we need to kill are all up here to the north-ish. Let's see, Water Seekers, Thorn Weavers, Geomancers. I think some of them are in different parts. So like there's a bit over here, there's one here, back here, over here. And I think they're all... So like there's a Water Seeker. I don't think they're all in the same place. So you gotta jump between different areas. Thorn Weavers are here. Sure, let's kill some Thorn Weavers. Oh, these are the guys that cast Entangling Roots. Oh. I don't know if you guys remember the that ridiculous trip of mine through that other area to the east when I kept getting Entangling Roots cast on me for like a solid minute straight, if not longer. And it's looking like I was wrong. It looks like they do only drop 2 at a time. Oh, that's a hunter. I don't want him. That's okay. Oh, sniped my totem. That was skillful. Yeah, it looks like only 1 or 2 per kill. That's okay. We've got a bunch to kill anyways, so. So you'll also notice we're getting these blood shards, and they're highlighted like a quest item. So the guy, the bristleback guy that we're working with right now, or the Razormane guy I should say, actually does want one for a quest right after we do this one, so easy enough. Oh man, somebody got the Kodo I was coming over here to look for. Too bad. But even after you turn in that one, he actually gives repeatable quests where you can turn those things in for buffs. You can get like a 30-minute buff of, you know, spirit or something like that. Pretty cool. See, here's another example of what I'm talking about. I'm looking for Geomancers. And clearly everybody else that comes here is doing the same thing. And nobody cares about hunters because they're not for the quest. So I'm just ignoring them. And just going after the Geomancers. There's a dead orc in there, or maybe not dead. I'll resist. I'm pretty sure he's a part of a warlock quest, of all things. I think I've done that one once. I suppose I could at least be kind of nice to everybody else and kill some hunters too. Oh, these guys really snipe my totems. That's pretty funny. I don't ever remember seeing that really before. There it is, Mage Royal. Oh, there it goes again. That's pretty great. Alright, no more geomancers here for the moment. Also got some other people killing. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen other people questing near me. I guess it's been a while since I've been out questing, and a lot of my time I've been playing early in the morning on a weekend when normal people are still sleeping, so I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna make a quick pass looking for that Kodo again. I don't know how long of a spawn timer it has, and I think he spawns in a pretty large general area around here, so I guess I probably won't run into him. I might also go back and try and find the big blue thunder lizard again too. I'm actually kind of surprised that I haven't seen that one yet. I think his respawn is pretty short, so I wouldn't think it would actually take that long. Alright, here's water seekers. We need 6 of these. This one's gray. Frozen in midair. Look at that. It takes some skill to time that out, let me tell you. You know, I kind of wonder what it is about some certain quests that make it so much more likely that I run into other players. Like, for example, all of the Quill War quests in the Barrens, for whatever reason, are just really popular. And I think the best answer is that since the quests just have you grind a bunch of enemies, yeah, I wanted that guy, you jerk. Since these quests have you grind so many enemies that the majority of players don't care about quests. They're just trying to get XP and level up as quickly as possible. And so grinding is basically their plan anyway. And then if you can knock out a quest at the same time just to get a little bit of bonus XP in addition to the grinding you're doing, then, you know, so much the better. At least that's the best thing I can come up with. Or it could just be that these quests just so happen to give a lot of XP or something, like more than most quests do. If that's the case, I would have no idea. I have literally never once in the 15 plus years, well, I mean, I took a long break, obviously, but in all of the years that I have played this game, I have not even once ever noticed how much XP a particular quest gives. If there are ones that give higher and lower, I'm sure there are. I've never once cared about how much XP a quest gives. In fact, on my hunter main for playing classic, I was hoping that quests would do as little, give me as little of XP as possible. I also mentioned how I never logged out in an inn to save myself from getting too much rested XP because I didn't want to level up quickly. Complete opposite of most players. So we're getting a pretty decent way through the quest here. We'll definitely complete the tusks before we complete the We'll definitely complete the tusks before we kill everybody, but that's okay. Yeah, see, these people are just grinding. They're killing all the hunters and everything too. So they're not here to just do the quests, which I suspected. Oh, I forgot these things stack in lots of 20 and 10 apiece, so take up a lot of bag space. Not looking like he's out here. We're getting pretty unlucky with those so far. We haven't been to the area with the other two yet. Maybe we'll have better luck with those. Although I doubt it. I think those have even longer respawn times than these two. So I actually just noticed. I see it's 9 o'clock in game time right now. And I just started noticing the cricket noises. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that wasn't coincidence that I just happened to notice it right then. It's that kind of attention to detail. Like, you miss so much of that. The way that the audio settings are set up by default, with the ambient noise being so low. You miss so much of that. Alright, so we're done with Water Seekers and Thorn Weavers, and now we just need Geomancers. And the only place we've seen them is in that camp back there. I'm assuming they're probably not up here either. I think this one had Water Seekers. I don't think we've been over here to this one yet. Also Water Seekers. Yeah, so it looks like Geomancers are really the bottleneck in this quest. And so, you know, what, three or four of the camps have Water Seekers, and you only need 6. But only one camp has Geomancers, and you need 12. This is one of those things that, you know, oh, I didn't see some thorns back there. I'll bet you there's some more back there. Alright. I'll reserve what I was just about to say until we see whether or not there's Geomancers back here. Aha, look at that. Just gotta try a little bit harder, see? As I'm sure you can figure out, I was about to say, this is one of those things that you want to think that they were just kind of trying to make the quest a little more difficult for you on purpose, but it's probably more likely that it was just an oversight. This game has an insane number of quests in it already, you know. It's a little unfair to expect them to make every single one perfect. Wild Steel Bloom. Have we gotten any of that yet? I think we have. Let's go get it. extra. We can toss that. Got a bunch of wool. Oh dang, we can make some bandages. Oh, crap, how do I get up there? I guess I gotta go in from the other side. There we go. Just gotta work a little harder for some of these. And I need to go to a bank, clearly. I'll do that between episodes. Yeah, we haven't made bandages in a long time. Wait, do I even have any? Oh, there they are. I was about to say, have I not had any bandages on me this whole time? I can't remember what first aid level gives you heavy wool. But I know for sure you can at least always make them until they turn green. So we can at least get it that far. Hijijigji. Added a few more consonants in there. I don't actually know, obviously. I didn't wait and hang out and see what was going on there, but a significant chunk of the time when you see a long nonsense name like that, of just random consonants, that could very likely be a bot. Especially now that there is significantly fewer players out in the world. The only way at this point for bots to get caught is by players reporting them. Blizzard does not have active moderators looking for stuff like that out in the world or anything for cost savings purposes. So the only way to get bots banned is to report them through the reporting system. I guess I can't show you right now unless I see another player. Basically, you can like right click on another player and there's an option to say report or something like that. And if another player, or if a player gets a bunch of reports, I guess that's enough of an indication for moderators to take note and ban that character or something, that account. But now that there's hardly any players out here in the world, bots pretty much get away with leveling. I guess that's partially my fault too there for not sticking around and seeing if that was a bot, but whatever. So I'm once again looking for our buddy, the big blue thunder lizard, and once again it's not looking like we're finding him. Oh, there he is, and someone's fighting him. Wonderful timing. Well done, Druid. You got him. he's just grinding too. All these dead things here. He didn't even care about the quest item. Feels bad. But you know what? As a consolation, we can at least go skin him. If that's all we're ever gonna get.
Thank you.
I was curious for a second there if he was a bot. Clearly he isn't. He buffed me. A lot of times you can tell, well, there's probably a lot of ways to tell usually if there's a bot. Most of them are pretty bad. One of them is to just kind of hang out near them and like act funny around them, run circles around them, and see if they kind of react to you. If they don't, good chance it's a bot. And another easy way to tell, at least as far as I've seen so far, is the way that they kind of move from mob to mob and target other mobs. You know, the vast majority of players, especially once you're not new anymore, you turn with the mouse, right? Very rarely are you using the arrow keys or whatever the default turn is like this. Rarely ever are you actually doing that when you're out in the world. It's just not as efficient as using the strafe and then looking with the mouse. But bots can't do that. That's way too sophisticated. So they will select a mob and then auto turn like that and then just run straight toward it. Real people don't do that, so stuff like that is pretty easy to spot. I would encourage anybody to report bots whenever they see them, since it's the only method of actually policing those things. Alright, so we killed all your enemies. Yes, yes. Filled with joy because finally the bristleback know my tribe's pain, Tauren. This is how I should feel, but that is not the case. That is how I should feel, but that is not the case. You aid your people, and they honor you. Mangletooth aids his people, and what do? They turn their backs on him. They forget him and leave him to rot in a cage. I aid them even from locked behind bars, and they send no one to save me. Blood shards of... This is another one of those hard ones to pronounce. You think it's Agamagan or Agamagan? I don't know how to pronounce it. Along with the thorns, the blood affected other aspects of the earth. Blood red stones mixed in with other minerals. The bristleback dig up these shards and carry them as totems for strength in battle and as totems for their magics. I know the secrets of that magic. Bring Mangletooth one of these blood shards to show you understand. Bring Mangletooth many of the shards, and he will bless you with Quillbore magic, the magic of Agamagan. Our tribes flock to the thorny areas throughout the barrens because they are holy places, but none as holy as Razorfen. Agamagan's body makes up the entirety of the Razorfen, but the downs are especially protected because the entrance is made from his great maw. It will swallow whole those not loyal to him and spit out their bodies after he's chewed them up. This guy snorts a lot. Agamagan has left his body behind to protect us, and he gives of his spirit so we may protect him. Ah, you do understand. My words were not lost on your ears, Tauren. Mangletooth may be caged, but no cage can stop Agamagan's power. The touch of the shard, the feel of it. It has been a long time, Tauren. Do you know what it is like to have your power severed from you? But that is a tale for another time. I promised you information. I promised you Agamagan's power. My people turn their backs on Mangletooth. Now I lose you upon them. I think that's supposed to be loose. I loose you upon them. As in, we're gonna go fight them. 3 of my tribe came out of the crawl to lead the raids against the Horde, Torin. They are ruthless and cunning, and if you defeat them, then your crossroads and even most of the barons will learn peace, at least from the Razormane tribe. Nak, Cuz, and Loch Orkbane are the ones you seek. They are far to the south of the barons. One is a spellcaster, another a tracker, and their leader, the one called Orkbane, a warrior. Kill them, Torin, like they have killed me. So that's the quest we wanted, I think. I think it gives a pretty good reward. Does this one give anything good? 2-hand, nope, that's not of any use to us. We might do it while we're down there anyway, just because we'll already be killing some of those things. And, oh yeah, we gotta turn these 2 things into Mankrik. So these here are all of the things that I mentioned about the blood shards. So you can gain spirit, strength, agility, intellect, I guess. Oh wait, rising spirit, spirit of the wind, razor hide. Wait, what is this one? Oh, movement speed. So that one sounds good, but it only lasts for I think like 60 seconds or 30 seconds or something stupidly short. So it's really not that useful. This is the actual spirit one. So let's do it. Wait, how much does it cost? 4? And I have 30. Yeah, it's a 30-minute buff. That's pretty nice. And this one's... Oh, Thorns Aura. That's kind of cool.
Hail.
So let's fly back to Crossroads. We will turn in these last 2 quests to Mankrik. And I think we'll call that a day for this one. We can potentially take that cloak for a DPS cloak. 3 int, 3 stamina. Oh wait, that's a belt. What am I doing? I think we have a healing belt, don't we? I'm pretty sure we do. So we don't need that one. I'm actually kind of tempted to take this one. I think I will. Because this is kind of a healing cape as is. That's an ugly one. I like my long flowing blue one. But that's okay. This will be our special healing cape. Sad news for you, buddy. Actually, let's turn this one in first. The Quillboar will pay for this. I swear it. Shaman, you take my task seriously, and for that, I thank you. Although my desire for revenge remains, I can at least smile seeing that the Quillboars have felt pain themselves. And we will take this cape. Make sure to not throw that one away. I understand. Thank you, Shaman.
Dabu.
Is that it?
What do you need? Go with honor.
I thought you saw him, like, cry or something. I guess I'm making that up. Okay, so, got quite a few quests done today. That's good. Got some of our rested XP back. Making our way up. We're over 24.5 now, so made some good progress. I think next time we'll continue on with some more Barons quests, and we'll see where we go from there. Maybe we'll head back over to Silverpine if we get enough done. I don't know. We will see you in the next one. So, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.